the investor pool that, when something like this, like we're doing our best to advertise, get this person out of a situation, right? And you're always going to have bottom feeder investors that are trying to get really creative with how they can actually not steal the property, but do things out in that gray area in their mind to help the seller. But truly, they're just trying to, get the property under control. And I think you guys have to be aware of that because, a lot of times when you don't have experience, they start sweet talking you and going, oh, but I can save the seller.
Yeah.
I can make them current. I can give them a percentage of the equity. I can even keep them in the house. Oh, and I can pay you your commission. But I'm just going to take over their loan. It's not really a sale at that point. They want to take over their loan. And guys, what loans are the only ones really that are assumable? Possibly a VA, but you have to go through the process, right? So just be very aware of people that are trying to circumvent the correct legal process, because if you're involved in something like that, that is considered mortgage fraud. And Katie, can you remind us again, how long do we go to jail and what's our fines if we're included in any mortgage fraud schemes?
A whole lot, guys. They're big fines and there are actual jail time. So 2 to 5 years. I mean, does anybody want to do 2 to 5 years? No, thanks. And Dustin and Matt, you guys are right too. And FHA sometimes will have that assumable rider as well. VA always does and FHA often does. But those are the only two loans that when we close them, they have those riders along with them that allows that. And even that you have to go through the process. And we're going to start seeing more and more of that because people are going to want those really low rates. So it's a question to ask your people if they've got, if they're doing a listing, if their house happens to be a VA loan or an FHA.
Gosh, remember like only a year ago, we were like, don't take any VA loans. Don't take any VA loans. Don't you wish we had taken some VA loans?
I know they're worth their weight in gold now. But I think something, just be careful of anybody who's trying anything that feels like a scheme, because they always are. But anybody who's trying to buy a house without buying a house is not buying a house. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not doing any favors to your client, and you might get paid, and thus you've got a financial incentive to look the other way. And that looks bad on paper, guys. You've now benefited.